How a Dior bag shook South Korean politics. Seoul, South Korea CNN. South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol is months out from a crucial election seen as the barometer of his midterm popularity. But surveys show he has a big problem, the latest scandal surrounding his wife. Kim Gun-hee, 51, is not a typical first lady in patriarchal South Korea. He had already established a career in organizing art exhibitions when she married Yoon, then a prosecutor 12 years ago. The couple have no children but own the brood of cats and dogs whose photos feature prominently in Yoon's presidential office. Unlike her predecessors, who mostly kept a low profile in the shadow of her husband, Kim has her own fan club and appears comfortable in the spotlight. As an avid promoter of Korean culture, a vocal critic of the dog meat trade, and a glamorous fashionista on overseas trips with Yoon, often donning outfits from domestic brand. But it was repeatedly her love of designer handbags that has thrust the First Lady into a center of the raging political storm, in which she was accused of accepting a $2,200 Christian Dior bag as a gift. Kim is yet to address the unfolding drama, despite a growing calls for the explanation and the investigation, though her husband has said that the allegations against her are a political stunt. CNN has reached out to the presidential office for comment. The First Lady is no stranger to controversy over the past few years. She has apologized for recent padding and has faced allegations from academic plagiarism to stock manipulation. Kim has not publicly commented to the two latter accusations. The presidential office has repeatedly denied it that she was involved in stock manipulation. The latest storm swirling around Kim has refused to blow over. Instead, it has escalated into a full-blown crisis for Yoon and South Korea's ruling party as they gear up for a closely contested parliamentary election in April. The Dior bag is the proverbial needle that broke the camel's back, said Cho Hee-kyung, a law professor at Hongik University in Seoul, citing the never-ending litany of scandals surrounding Kim since Yoon started campaigning for president. But with the Dior bag, there is a powerful visual evidence. South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol and his wife Kim Gun-hee attend the Independent Movement Day event in Seoul on March 1st, 2023. Dior bag scandal. The controversy began in late November when a secretly filmed video surfaced online purporting to show Kim receiving a cloud blue calfskin Lady Dior pouch from a Korean American pastoral, Choi Jae-young. Why do you keep bringing this? Please, you don't need to do this, the First Lady is heard saying in the video. When presented with the gift, the footage does not show her taking the bag from Choi, though the Dior shopping bag is seen placed on a coffee table as they continue their conversation. According to Choi, the meeting took place in Kim's personal office at her art exhibition company in September 2022, months after Yoon took office as president. Choi said he recorded the meeting with a secret camera hidden in his wristwatch. The Footage was released more than a year later by Voice of Seoul, a left-leaning YouTube channel known to be highly critical of Yoon's conservative government. The channel also provided Che with the wristwatch and the Dior bag, according to the pastor. South Korea's anti-gift law bans public officials and their spouse from receiving gifts valued at more than $750 in connection with their public duties by appearing to not reject the bag. Kim gave ammunition to critics who have long accused her of using her position for personal gain. If there is a problem, it was that she couldn't cut him off more cold-heartedly, and that's regrettable. South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol. On Wednesday, Yoon addressed the allegations publicly for the first time, claiming the video's release was designed to influence the April vote. This is clearly a political stunt involving hidden camera footage captured a year ago and released before the election, the president said in an interview with the public broadcaster KBS. Going forward, my wife and I need to be more clear and firm when dealing with people so that the public doesn't worry. Yoon did not specifically deny that his wife had accepted the bag, but expressed regret that Kim was not more resolute with Che. My wife lost her father during middle school, so when people from her hometown approach her, it's difficult for her to be cold to them. He said she couldn't say no to him when he kept telling her to visit. If there is a problem, it was that she couldn't cut him off more cold-heartedly, and that's regrettable. Some Yoon supporters have also accused Che and Voice of Seoul of setting a trap to smear the First Lady and influence the upcoming election. Che, an advocate for Korean reunification, has promoted friendly relations with North Korea in contrast to Yoon's tough stance against Pyongyang. Shin Pyong, a lawyer and a close supporter of Yoon, pointed to patriarchal attitude in South Korea's traditionally conservative society, saying at the root of the scandal lies the dark side of misogyny and phallic worship. There is no other way to explain this strange craze that is biased against Kim, he said in a social media post in January, adding that in South Korea, prejudice against women is still deeply rooted. But critics say it has nothing to do with the misogyny. It seems that the First Lady seeks too much attention and there seems to be no one who can rein her in, said Cho, the law professor. I don't think it's got much to do with patriarchy. Her conduct would be objectable even in a matriarchy, she said. In a news conference in January, Che defended his use of a hidden camera to film Kim, saying it was necessary to expose her alleged abuse of her position as First Lady. Che said he had approached Kim on the messaging app to share advice on North Korea policy when Yoon was running for president. He said she agreed to a meeting in June 2022, during which his offer of the Channel Cosmetics set worth $1,300 was accepted by the First Lady. Che claimed he asked to meet the First Lady multiple times, but his requests were only granted on 2 occasions after he told her in advance that he would bring expensive gifts. I don't think it's got much to do with the patriarchy. patriarchy, her conduct would be acceptable, even in a matriarchy. Choi also claimed that during the meeting in June, he overheard Kim talking on the phone and surrounding as if she was meddling in the appointment of the senior government officer. She acted and spoke as if she was the president, he told the news conference. Choi said he was shocked and decided to record his next meeting with the First Lady to secure evidence of her interfering in state affairs. In a secretly filmed footage of their next meeting, Kim is heard expressing her intent to actively get involved in inter-Korean matters. But it was the Dior bag that sparked the most uproar. South Korean society reacts most sensitively when public figures or people close to them abuse their power and enjoy privileges by leveraging their political and social status, said Kim Yeon-chul, a politics professor at Kyunghee University. South Korean voters have the low tolerance for corruption in the wake of high-profile scandals involving former president, including the country's first female leader Park Geun-hye, who was impeached in 2017 following mass protests over her confident meddling in state affairs. Yoon, who was part of the special investigation team that indicted Park, had vowed to continue to fight against corruption as president. President Yoon Suk-yeol speaks at the news conference in the Netherlands on December 13, 2023. Political fallout. The expensive alleged gift has already proved costly for the First Lady and her husband. Kim has all but disappeared from public view while support for Yoon dropped to the 9-month low. The president's approval rate fell to 29% in a weekly poll released last Friday by Gallup Korea. The scandal around the first lady was cited as one of the top reasons behind the public disaffection after the economy and Yoon's perceived lack of communication. In a Gallup Korea survey last month, 56% of respondents said Kim should apologize for allegedly receiving the Dior bag. In another poll released by YT and cable news, 69% of respondents said they want an explanation from Yoon. The scandal could not have come at a worse time for Yoon and the ruling People Power Party, who are striving to win back a majority in parliament to cement the conservative government's hold on power. The election is seen as the midterm evaluation of Yoon's governance. If the PPP fails to retake control of the registrator, Yoon is likely to be flagged by the political deadlock for the remainder of his 5-year term. The main opposition Democratic Party has seized on the issue to attack Yoon, accusing the president of concealing suspicions surrounding his wife. The mounting public backlash has also caused a rift between Yoon and senior members of the PPP. One party official even compared Kim to Marie Antoinette, an 18th century French queen notorious for her extravagance. Some PPP members have argued Yoon and Kim to apologize. The party's interim leader Han Dong-hoon, widely seen as Yoon's closest ally, acknowledges the scandal is the matter of public concern while calling it a planned setting up using a spy cam. The former justice minister conceded that there were several misdeeds in handling the issues. Shortly after his comment, Han told South Korean media he'd been asked by the president's office to resign as party leader, which he refused. Han and Yoon have since appeared to have mending fences, showing up at a public event together. Han later told the local media he and the president are in agreement on how to serve the people, and denied there was any rift between them. President Yoon Suk-yeol and First Lady Kim Gun-hee arrived for the formal dinner at the G20 summit on November 15, 2022 in Bali, Indonesia. High-profile First Lady Kim married Yoon in 2012, long before the Korea prosecutor entered the politics. By then, she had walked her way up in the art industry and founded her own exhibition agency, Govana Content. She was 39, he was 51, and they have been acquaintances for the long time until the monk stepped in and played matchmaker, Kim said in an interview in 2018. My husband is an honest and fair person, she said at the time. He didn't have any money and it felt like he would never be able to get married if it wasn't for me. Kim Yoon-chul, the politics professor, said Kim Gun-hee differs significantly from other first ladies before her. I believe the ideal style of first ladies in Korea has been someone who are elegant, quiet, and doesn't stand out in front, but Kim's style can be seen as exceptional. She's been a Korean woman who has succeeded in acquiring status and accumulating wealth through her socio-economic activities, and she's not a quiet housewife style, he said. I believe the ideal style of First Lady in Korea has been someone who's elegant, quiet, and doesn't stand out in front, but Kim's style can be seen as exceptional. The First Lady's high profile has earned her fans, but also increasingly drawn criticism. She seems to have the tendency to show off in her behavior, and that is why the public seems to have developed a feeling of rejection or of disapproval, wondering if she is trying to attract attention by coming out and standing in front of the President Yoon, said Kim Yoon-chul. Kim Gun-hee has been marred in controversies ever since her husband joined the presidential race. In 2021, she publicly apologized for inflating her racism, an issue that came under scrutiny under Yoon's presidential campaign. In her apology, Kim also vowed to remain focused on my role as a wife. If Yoon won the election following her promise, Yoon abolished the office in charge of the First Lady's affairs after he became president. But Kim has been dogged by subsequent scandals and remained in the political limelight. She has faced persistent accusations of plagiarism over her academic writings. Her PhD alma mater, Kookmin University, said it found no misconduct in Kim's dissertation or other publication after an 8-month probe. But the group of professors disagreed and released their own findings, arguing otherwise. The opposition has also long accused Kim of being involved in stock price manipulation of Dodge Motors and the BMW dealer in South Korea more than a decade ago, allegations the presidential office has repeatedly denied it. Last month, Yoon voted a bill passed by the opposition-controlled parliament that would have mandate the special prosecutor to investigate Kim's alleged involvement. The First Lady is also haunted by her mother's conviction and 1-year prison sentence for forging a financial document in a land purchase, a ruling upheld by the Supreme Court in November. And last year, the government scrapped the expressway project in Seoul amid opposition allegations that its construction would benefit Kim's family by raising the price of land they owned. Cho, the law professor at Hongik University, said part of the public anger over Kim's scandals is also directed at Yoon, because after all, he was elected because he seemed to be justice personified. She said, referring to the president's previous career as the prosecutor. He claimed that he would bring back justice and fairness, but he's bringing neither of these when it comes to his wife.